Hello again, guys. Here is your week 4 MyStatsLab problem 7 example, and in this example we're going to be using the 3 scatter plots over here to the right and just do a little analysis of that. We don't have any Excel formulas to go through, any work. We're just going to look at these 3 scatter plots and answer the questions they give us. So it's asking us here which of the scatter plots to the right show, and part A asks us which ones show no association. Well, if you look at plot 1 and plot 2, you can see they're sort of scattered around a line. One is really tightly together. Number 2 is somewhat scattered but still has a direction to it. Number 3 seems to have no particular direction or line involved. So in this case, number 3 would be the one that has no association. Part B asks us which one shows a negative association. Well, a pattern that runs from the upper left to the lower right is said to have a negative association, and then if we look at number 1, it is definitely from upper left to lower right. Number 2 is lower left to upper right, and of course 3 doesn't have any association at all. So in this case, number 1 would be the one that has a negative association. So part C asks us which ones of the scatter plots have a linear association. So let's take a look at the 3 again, and a scatter plot will have a pattern that takes some form. It's called linear. It will appear as they call it a cloud or a swarm, as points stretched out in a direction. Well, number 1 is definitely very tightly around a linear direction. Part 2 is also a swarm, but it is in a linear direction. And number 3 doesn't seem to have anything in any direction there. So plots 1 and 2 would show us associations that are linear. So moving along to part D, which one has a moderately strong association? Well, the tighter they are formed together, the stronger they are. So if we're looking for between these 3, a moderately strong association, number 2 would be moderately strong. Number 1 is strong also. But of these, the moderately strong association would be part D. Number 2. And then E asks us for a very strong association. Well, I'm sure we know by now that that's going to be number 1. Very tightly knit around that line, almost completely forming a line. So in that case, number 1 would be the one that has a very strong association. Well, that's it. That's our problem 7 example. A little bit of a break from having to do formulas and equations using Excel. Just a little bit of analysis of these scatter plots, and I hope this helps you with your week 4 MyStatsLab problem 7. See you next time.